Hi, I'm Bernie from Crafter's Companion, and today I'm going to show you our patchwork dies in the Gemini range, multimedia dies no less, 60-degree triangle. Now, these are absolutely fab. As we see, we can look on the back there, you can see there peering through, it's the rose gold cover. That actually denotes our multimedia dies. And also along the bottom here, we've got 8 sizes, and the sizes on this one ranges from 1 inch up to 4.5 inches. Now also included in that, you've got your 1/4 inch seam allowance. So let's cut some out and see what they're going to look like. What I've done, I've prepared my fabric. Now with these you can cut up to 6 layers. Now you can cut more if you want to try, but we recommend up to 6, and it depends on your fabric, how thin it is, how thick it is. So with this one, I've got 6 layers of our So Retro quilting cotton. So this is a lovely weight. Now, it's our usual cutting plates first, then our metal shim. We're going to place the fabric on, and then we're going to choose our die. I'm going to use my scissors to get the die off here. So, we've got our die. I'm going to place that on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more fabric that I've pre-cut, and I'm going to cut another size at the same time. So this is how you can use your space on your, I'm using the A4 Gemini here, but obviously some of these will go through the Junior as well. But let's cut 2 out at the same time. So then we've got our clear shim and our other plate. And let's pop that through the Gemini. Remember, we've got 6 layers here that we're going through. And I could have actually fit more on that plate as well. And what I do, I tend to multi-cut. And if I multi-cut multi-sizes, if I'm not using them in that project, you've got them for another project. So set up a little tub, put them in, and then when you've got another project or you just want a quick project, you've already got these pieces cut, so you can you're using that time more efficiently as well. So we're all about speed and accuracy. So remember I was saying we've got the 1/4 inch seam built into this as well. So look at that, absolutely crisp cut. And we've got this one as well. You see there that it's just cutting through there, absolutely no problem at all. So let's see how we can lay these out. Obviously you're going to change your fabric, whatever colour choice that you want. Let's get rid of these ones. But you're going to lay these out however way that you want them. Now there's a number of ways to sew them together as well. If you're wanting to do English paper piecing, obviously you'd cut your paper a smaller size and then fold it around. You can do it as applique, so you can use stick and spray, or you can use heat and bond to adhere it to your project, and then you can stitch by hand around the outside, or with a running stitch or a blanket stitch or a zigzag. What about those decorative stitches you never use on your machine? You know, this is the time to use them. Or if you're going to have a patchwork, you can actually join these ones in a row. So let's see how we're going to join them together on the machine. We're going to take 2 pieces, and you're basically just going to put them right sides together, pin if you need to, and then we're going to go to the sewing machine, and we've set our machine at 1/4 inch, and we're just going to stitch all the way along. Okay, and then just trim the thread. Oh, I like to keep my threads trimmed, keeps it neat as you're getting through the project. And then when you open it out, you're actually getting a diamond shape there. Now I've done the seams to one side here, but if you prefer to press the seams open, you can do it that way. Now the other way to join these together is, if we turn them around this way, we actually making a hexagon. Now the way to do this is, what we're going to do is join a half and a half. So we've joined those 2, so we're now going to join this one to that one. So again, right sides together, points matching, go at the sewing machine, and a 1/4 inch seam. And you're going to do that on both sides. So you'll end up with 2 halves, and then what you're left with is one straight line of sewing. see there, we've actually got a half hexie. So let's sew this side together and then we can get that hexagon all joined up. So that's our two sides sewn together, or two halves if you like. So what we're going to do is sew these together now, and this is where we're going to use a pin, just one. You only need one. So what you'll notice here, you've got a tip here at the top of the triangle, and then you've got this seam is actually 1/4 inch. Now when some people sew points together, they think they've done that wrong because they're expecting the point at the end, but this is correct because we want a 1/4 inch seam in there. So what we're going to do is join these two together. We're going to put right sides together. So a little top tip of joining these together. So what you're going to do is turn one side over, and with your pin, where your stitches have crossed over here, pop a pin through the point of there, and when it comes through the other side, you'll see that that is right at the point of your join. You're going to take your other piece, again right sides together, and you're going to do the same from the other side. So you're going to take your pin and you're going to put it through that point there and through to the other side. And then if we straighten those up, where that pin's gone through, that is perfectly matching your points. So now let's sew down this seam and we'll see that hexagon formed. Again, 1/4 inch seam, match your points. And what you're aiming for is when you get to the centre, you're going to make sure that your needle goes through that point where your pin went through. So just before you get to it, you're going to take your pin out, stitch through that point, and then off the end. And then what we should find when we open it out, we've got that matching point in the centre. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. So let's have a look at a couple of examples where we've used the triangle dies. So we've got this fantastic small quilt. And can we see here with the use of colours, you've got that uniformity. So if you like to be balanced, or if you want to just do it totally scrap and totally random, you can have your different colours everywhere. But with this one, you've formed a star, and then you've got your fillers as your white, and then your border, and then in pink, and then your binding, and then you've made an easiest quilt. And with this can be all sewn in rows. So it takes no doing it all, and you know it's going to be accurate because you've got that accuracy when you're cutting them with the dies. So again, let's have a look. We've got 8 sizes in there, ranging from 1 inch up to 4.5 inches. So that is our Gemini Patchwork triangle dies.